This is Cryptids Comedians, the show where two stand-up comics talk about mythical creatures, legendary monsters, and fabled beasts the same way we talk about that time we watched a movie and the main character tells a joke that sounds suspiciously like a joke we've been telling for years. And when you tell someone, they're like, hey, I think the writer stole my joke. Mm-hmm. And everyone's like, sure he did.
Yeah, you know, we want to know something I came up with. He's right behind me, isn't he? I came up with that. And also, I was the first person to call Target Target, but that's for another podcast.
I'm Thom Tran with my co-host Peter Murphy.
Howdy, everybody. Welcome back to the show.
Every week we talk about a different cryptid, and I tell Peter about the history, lore, cultural significance, pop culture references, and I show him any evidence, if there is any, of which at this point there hasn't been. And then he tells me why I'm wrong. Peter, as always, for the people who are here for the first time or just don't know, can you tell us what a cryptid is?
Welcome, new listeners. A cryptid is the official name for, the bat or wooden instrument that you use to smash a piñata. So the official name, whatever it is, if it's like say a baseball bat, a stick, some type of like blunt instrument, if it's used to smash a piñata, then it's technically called a cryptid.
All right. That's your final answer?
Yeah.
Once again, incorrect for literally 13 episodes in a row. A cryptid is any creature or animal that is rumored to exist, but there's no scientific or hard evidence to prove that it does.
Oh, well, yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah. And this month, we're going to focus on cryptids from the Northeast, specifically the New England area, because Thanksgiving is coming up, and I'm trying to get the SEO to work for us and not against us. Peter, can you think of any cryptids that hail from the Northeast or New England?
Ooh, God, the most popular one would probably be anybody that went to Harvard. That type of creature is the type of creature that they die if they don't mention that they went to Harvard every 8 sentences.
James P. Connolly.
Oh, yes. Oh, and you know what? He would just love if he's just like wherever he is, his back just straightened up a little bit more. He could hear his name being evoked. Also, other New England cryptids, as brought to life by Sam Adams, popular beer this time of year. That guy from Boston. The guy from your guy from Boston.
All right, not correct. Okay. But we're going to continue with this new segment where I tell you the name of the cryptid, and you're going to tell me if you can describe what this creature looks like. Mm-hmm. You ready?
Yeah.
Today we are talking about the Gloucester sea serpent.
Gloucester sea serpent.
That's right. The Gloucester sea serpent.
Gloucester sea serpent.
What do you think this creature looks like?
What visually, Gloucester sea serpent looks like? It's got the head of a. How do I describe this? The head of an eel, but its arms are it doesn't have like traditional legs.
Once again, it's a sea serpent.
Right. It doesn't have traditional legs. So
I believe those are called flippers.
It has like 6 pairs of arms. Kind of like that one of the final bosses in Mortal Kombat. And we got extra arms.
Yeah, no, Goro's only got 4 arms.
Similar to Goro, but like more Goro arms. And it's honestly, it's terrifying because it's only 8 inches long and it can crawl into your body through any hole.
Okay. Also incorrect.
And also, but serpent. Oh, okay. But serpent's like ironic. It's like, oh, you're a serpent technically, but no.
Okay.
And that's not.
Would you like to see what the Gloucester sea serpent?
Let's see it.
This is
the
traditional depiction of the Gloucester sea serpent.
Gosh, I wasn't even right with the head thing because that kind of looks like an eagle's head, doesn't it? With a forked tongue.
So we'll talk about all this, the Gloucester sea serpent. Again, I'm going to apologize to our New England listeners for the way I'm going to butcher the name of this town. The Gloucester sea serpent, which is weird because my brother lived in Worcester forever, and I can say Worcester. This is the Gloucester sea serpent, and I'm probably going to say it like that. The Gloucester sea serpent.
That sounds like what Arnold Schwarzenegger, the sound that Arnold Schwarzenegger makes when he drops weights. Gloucester.
You know what? Here's the thing. I'm gonna do this episode in my normal voice.
Oh.
And I will instinctively, not even try.
It'll just come out.
It'll just the Gloucester.
Glah.
So
Glah.
New England and New Jersey people hate us so much.
Yeah, well, you know what?
The Gloucester sea serpent. It is one of the most famous sea serpent sightings in American history, reported off the coast of Gloucester, Massachusetts, particularly during the summer of 1871.
Wow. Good summer. Good
yeah.
summer.
It was described as a long serpentine creature with humps like lady lumps rising above the water, sometimes compared to a massive snake or dragon. The Gloucester sea serpent was the Gloucester sea serpent was witnessed by hundreds of credible observers, cementing it in place in maritime folklore and cryptozoology. Now, Gloucester, Massachusetts is a fishing town northeast of Boston that was made famous by the film The Perfect Storm.
Oh.
Do you remember this movie?
Starring what? Clooney, Damon? I forget who else was in it, but yeah, good cast, right? Clooney was in it, wasn't he? Am I right about that?
I think
Damon?
Matt Damon was in it.
Okay.
But here's a fun fact about one of the actors. The Perfect Storm starred character actor William Fichtner.
Yes, it did.
Who actually went to the same high school I did in Western New York. They actually named the auditorium after him.
No way.
He also played the banker in The Dark Knight.
That's right.
Yeah? Guess who else was in The Dark Knight? This guy.
Oh, what? Oh my God, were you really?
I played a Gotham City cop in The Dark Knight.
Dude, I did not know that.
Yep.
You know what? Oh my God. Tell me about it. Oh my God, dude. Whoa. How cool.
We're definitely not talking about the Gloucester Sea. So I was in Indiana doing stand-up.
Yeah.
And I get a call from casting. One of my friends had apparently sent my headshot to casting. They were filming The Dark Knight in Chicago.
Yeah.
They sent them a photo as a joke. And then I get a call. They're like, we want you to come to Chicago to play something else. I was not supposed to be Gotham City cop.
Gotta look this up. Well, okay, that's amazing.
So I think it's a joke. I call my manager. I go, hey, check in on this for me. And then he calls me and goes, no, it's for real. They want you to come to Chicago.
Oh my God.
It was a background role. Like, it was just supposed to be like, just whatever, show up. But I was
But
like,
dude, how cool.
yeah. So I go and I get up there. And for people watching on YouTube, here's the photo of me in the Gotham City costume. So I go up there and I think I was supposed to be in the bank, like one of the bank people that during the robbery. And someone comes up to me and goes, hey, how tall are you? And what do you wear? I'm like, 5'7" and 100, and I think like 60 pounds at the time. He goes, all right, Johnny Bravo, you fit the suit. You are now a Gotham City police officer.
Whoa.
Yeah, so
my God.
I was the Gotham City cop who was on the bus when a bunch of mobsters got arrested and they were putting them on the bus. I was the cop on the bus that put them up there.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Do I remember that scene? Like, is that like,
it
that's
was a
kind
very
of like
fleeting
a
scene.
Oh, really?
It was very fleeting, but that helped me get my SAG card.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Dude, so get this. Listeners and viewers of this podcast, this is like dropping right now. This is new. So basically, what you need to know is that we have both been featured in the Nolan universe.
What?
I was a FBI agent in the movie Oppenheimer.
Really?
Yeah. So how cool is that? You were a cop. I was in the FBI. We're both working, enforcement on Nolan films.
How closely did you work with Nolan?
He was standing from me to you, giving me direction.
That's amazing.
It was insane. It was like one of the craziest, most insane stories. Also, to do some Hollywood lore on it, I'm wearing... I had to audition through like this dupe scene where I'm what's it called? Like a hostage. Get there, whatever. They cut my hair. Yeah. I'm on set for 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. Here are the highlights. I'm wearing this old school suit, 30s style suit. It's hot. It's May 2022. And I look inside and there's a matchbook. That's pretty sweet. Then I see it says F. Whitaker, and it was the same suit that Forrest Whitaker wore for the movie Bird, where he played Charlie Parker.
Shut up.
Last King of Scotland, right? So that's happening. They give me a gun because I'm an FBI agent. And then we do a couple takes. It's very chill, very easy on set. Cillian Murphy, he won an Oscar for this. And we have a scene.
With help from you.
Exactly.
Let's put that out there.
We share a scene. But then I also had the scene with Florence Pugh that they cut when, they cut my dialogue. But then I didn't have any dialogue with Cillian Murphy, but for either of our scenes together. But he had a hard time doing the driving a 1930s car, so they had to get the guy whose car it was, who had transported this car from Atlanta, to get on his hands and knees in the passenger seat. Really? And then do the clutch, do the brake, do the gas, like with his hands. And then they cut that whole part of Cillian Murphy like driving up, so it's just like parked car, and then he gets out, looks at me. And, we have a moment where he knows he's being watched for the first time by the FBI. And this is all teed up by Robert Downey Jr. saying like, oh, he saw a G-Man, watch him, whatever. And then there are a couple of takes happen. It's very chill on set. Then I did one. I was like, I'm just going to do something funny. Right?
Oh, no.
Like we had done 8 takes.
I don't like this.
We had done 8 takes. And, it wasn't like anything was bad, but like, dude, 70 millimeter IMAX camera, I mean, that's hundreds of pounds, literally. Yeah. And his DP, this Eastern European guy, massive dude, looked like a bodybuilder, was putting it on his shoulder for most of these takes. And we had to do some takes on other days without the camera at all, just to capture audio because the camera fan was so loud.
Oh, man.
Insane, right? Yeah, insane. So I go, I'm going to do a funny one, just like see what's going on. And in between every set, in between every take, the first, second, third, fourth ADs are coming up, checking, and the armor's coming up, checking my gun, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So there's a lot of people rushing to me, touching my makeup, blah, blah, blah. And this is in the color version. There's a black and white, part of the film. There's a color version of the film. And I'm looking at the flashlight and I'm writing down the license plates because I assume that, these people are communists because they're at this communist party,
right,
et cetera. And so I'm looking at the flashlight, I'm looking at him, and then we lock eyes in my take. We lock eyes, and then I turn the flashlight to me. I look at the flashlight in the eyes, and I go, oh! I like whip my head back like Jim Carrey over the top, and then I walk away. I'm fine. Cut. Nolan had been like circling. He's wearing a 3-piece suit, chugging coffee. He must have had like 2 full thermoses of coffee just that night. And he walks over to me, and he's got these like dark, serious shark eyes.
Right.
And he doesn't look like a guy that would watch a Batman movie, let alone create, direct 3 Batman movies. Comes up to me, looks me right through my soul. Oh, no. And he goes, just in the most in the most calm, terrifying way, he goes, "Are you trying to be funny?" And I go, I couldn't say anything. I was like, and he obviously
it's Chris Nolan.
Obviously he recognized that I was, that I had been starstruck by him, and he was just like, he just kind of doesn't laugh, but like nods, and then turns around, and then then we do another one.
He's fired.
No, God, no. The take they kept was that take.
No, really?
Yes, but they cut before I do the big row, the big thing. But I looked at the flashlight in the eyes.
Oh my God.
The flashlight looked me in the eye. And it's like, 1930s flashlight. And also like I've got like essentially a 1930s gun, like almost like, as I remember, like a revolver. So there's like a lot of equipment on me as I'm wearing this suit. And there's only one take where I look at the flashlight dead on, and I blind myself a little bit, and they use that one.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Isn't that insane?
That is crazy.
And we're both a part of the Nolanverse. How cool.
We're both in the Nolanverse, wow. And we're both doing Cryptids and Comedians.
That's huge for you though, because like, Dark Knight, amazing.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Yeah. And yeah.
So he played the banker in the film. I played a Gotham City police officer. Therefore, by the process of osmosis, I am 3 degrees of separation from the Gloucester sea serpent.
Oh my God. Yes, dude. Shoot.
Yep.
What?
Yep. Very, very interesting.
Look at a very 2008 Thom Tran.
Yeah. 2008.
Wow.
This was right before I moved to Los Angeles.
Holy cow.
Gloucester, Massachusetts has been one of America's most important fishing ports. In the early 19th century, the sea was both a lifeline and a mystery for those who depended on it. Reports of sea serpents weren't new, though. Tales of mysterious creatures in the oceans appeared throughout history, from Norse saga of the Kraken to European accounts of giant sea serpents off the coast of Scandinavia. So what made Gloucester unique? It was the scale of the eyewitness accounts. Hundreds of people, including fishermen, sailors, merchants, and even respected townspeople, claimed to have seen the sea serpent.
Yeah, this is where their story's starting to fall apart, because I think these people from New England are banding together to lie about something so much that they wish was true. They wish that their town was interesting, but it unfortunately it's not.
You really dislike the people of New England.
No, it's just like, you're trying too hard to make something happen.
All right.
Trying too hard to make something happen. I'll share my theory a little later.
All right. There were the sightings of 1817. The most famous wave of sightings began in August of 1817, when witnesses described a creature between 50 and 100 feet long with a snake-like body moving in an undulating motion. Ooh. The head was often compared to that of a turtle or a snake. What did you say? It was an eagle? You said
I was going to say, eagle, but no. It kind of looks like an eagle-ish. What just the ratio of eyeball size to skull.
You know what? I can see that.
You know what I'm saying?
I can see that. And the way they've done that beak, it does look like a eagle's.
Yeah.
With some reports claiming that head raised several feet above the water. The body appeared segmented or humped with up to 20 humps visible at a time, rolling as it moved. Now, there are hundreds of credible witnesses, including members of Gloucester's fishing community and prominent local citizens reportedly seeing the creature. And sightings were consistent enough that the Linnean Society of New England, which is a group of naturalists and scientists, they took the reports seriously and began documenting them. A particularly notable sighting was by the crew of a schooner, which is, as we know from Kevin Smith films, a boat.
Oh,
it's just
correct.
A boat.
That is correct.
So the crew of the schooner who observed the serpent closely described it as a black serpentine enormous creature.
Whoa.
And then there was a scientific response. In 1817, the Linnean Society collected testimony and even claimed to have obtained a small specimen, a snake-like creature thought to be the serpent's offspring.
Yeah, okay, so all these people are like, hey, this exists. There's all these corresponding accounts, but I just think these New Englanders banded together and was like, hey, you hear what's happening in Scotland? They got a Loch Ness Monster. What's cooler than that? I don't know, something weird that we could create. They all, have a meeting, town meeting off the books.
Okay.
And they're like, hey, yeah, let's create our own Loch Ness Monster, but, make it cool with like a forked tongue.
Okay.
And they're, just because everyone believes a lie doesn't make it true.
Okay. Well, the specimen was later dismissed as a common black snake.
Oh.
But at the time, it fueled belief that a larger sea serpent was real and undiscovered.
Oh, that's so lame. They see a snake and they're like, oh, but a bigger version must exist in the sea. That kind of is scary. But, it's not like, oh, I saw a mouse and then, the big, a gigantic, towering mouse must exist.
Do you remember that episode of Tom and Jerry where Jerry had taken in a rogue baby elephant?
Oh my God, no.
Painted the baby elephant the same color as Jerry and then like squished his trunk up.
That's so
funny.
funny.
When Tom started chasing Jerry, like he would chase him into a closet and then he would open the closet and then there was a giant mouse, but it was just a baby elephant. I don't know why I remember that.
That's hilarious. That is terrifying, and the shenanigans they get into.
Well, the sightings draw eyewitnesses' accounts and published books and articles, adding credibility and even spreading the story across the United States, even abroad. There was later recurring sightings in the 19th century.
Whoa.
Reports of the Gloucester. I can't say it correctly.
Freaking Gloucester.
I can't say it correctly without saying it with the accent.
You gotta throw the accent on for a second. Gloucester.
Reports of the Gloucester sea serpent in 1817 throughout the 19th century continued in New England waters, particularly off of Cape Ann in the Massachusetts Bay. Some described it as a eel-like creature, while others compared it to a massive seal or marine mammal. The creature became a fixture in seafaring lore and with each generation of fishermen telling stories of its presence.
Oh.
There was also been comparisons to known animals. Here's some significant scientific skeptical explanations that have been proposed. First, the oarfish.
The oarfish. Oh my God.
That's the oarfish, a long ribbon-like deep sea fish that can grow over 30 feet in length. Its undulating movements could resemble a serpent with humps. Look at how crazy that thing is.
Oh yeah.
That's
wow.
a real animal.
Oh my God.
So of course, if someone sees something like this, you're like, yeah, that's a sea serpent. That is a sea serpent. Look
That's
at that
like
thing.
why you don't eat sardines. It's like this guy's gonna come for you. It looks like a big sardine.
That's true.
It looks like a big old sardine that's like...
Looks like a sardine on meth.
It also looks like something that inspired Jim Henson. I mean, this would very... If it had legs, it would definitely be a Muppet.
But if you saw that,
I would think I'm dreaming immediately. I would immediately think I'm dreaming.
in 2025, if I saw that, I'd be like, that's a sea serpent. In 2025, imagine people seeing this in 1817 and going, what is this?
You gotta
Look
think
at
it's
that
the
crazy
Kraken.
thing.
Yeah, you gotta think it's the Kraken or something like that. My God. That's
So-
scary.
So, oarfish,
Scarier than this fish is those three Florida guys. One with a snorkel.
hilarious. So the oarfish has been one of the ideas, the proposed ideas of what this thing could be.
Ooh.
There's also the giant eel.
Whoa.
Eels can reach an impressive length and be misidentified at the surface, so that might be able to account for it.
Cool.
So that thing is kind of creepy. That's also a sea serpent, dude.
Yeah, that is a sea serpent.
Have you
I
ever
mean,
eaten-
technically.
Have you ever eaten eel?
Yeah, I've eaten eel. It's like in like sushi and stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
No, but like, I don't know. Looking at it, that doesn't look like something I want to eat.
No.
Necessarily.
No. That looks like. Have you seen The Boys? That show, The Boys?
I haven't actually.
Okay.
But is there like, do they snake a drain and that's what comes out?
There's a snake.
Oh God.
There's a character in the show The Boys who has it has a part of his anatomy that literally has a mind of its own, and it looks like that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's a superpower, all right.
So pods of seals or porpoises from a distance have also been people can say that it might have been these groups of marine mammals surfacing in sequence that could cause the illusion of humps in the water. And also the narwhal, which is a real thing.
Narwhals are real. They are real.
What do you know about narwhals?
Narwhals,
Is it narwhal or narwhal?
Narwhal. It's a narwhal.
Okay.
But, their horn, what looks like a horn, is actually a tooth.
That's a tooth.
Yeah, it's a tooth, and yeah, they're real. Yeah, I mean, it's like a water unicorn. One of the best characters in the movie Elf is the narwhal. He's like, "Hey, buddy, hope you find your dad."
That's right. There was a narwhal in Elf.
And
Best Christmas movie in the last
all time.
40 years.
I mean, maybe best all time, honestly.
You know what? Could be best of all time.
For me, Christmas movies: Elf, then Batman Returns, all the Harry Potters, and then
We talked about this last episode.
Die Hard, right? Then Die Hard, then maybe what's the one with Jingle All the Way?
Jingle All the Way.
Phil Hartman, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sinbad, Jingle All the Way. Get a Turbo Man.
Where does National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation fall in there for you?
Just inside the top 10, maybe. Just inside
Okay.
the top 10.
All right. So the narwhal is the only member of the genus Monodon and one of only two living representatives of the family Monotodon.
Say it with a Boston accent, maybe you'll get it. Monotodon.
Monotodalidae.
Yeah.
The narwhal is a stocky crustacean with a relatively blunt snout, a large melon, and shallow ridge in place of a dorsal fin. I don't like how the scientists referred to this as a melon. This animal's got a large melon.
Got a sick melon.
I didn't like that.
Yeah.
Despite these theories, the consistency of descriptions across so many witnesses have left cases unresolved. The supposed creature had a cultural impact in Gloucester as well. The sea serpent quickly became part of Gloucester's identity, as you can imagine. Newspapers spread the story wide, attracting attention to the fishing town. Some viewed the serpent as an omen, either of I was going to say prostate, either of prosperity or disaster, tying it to older seafaring traditions of sea monsters as symbols.
Ooh.
The legend reinforced Gloucester's maritime heritage, cementing it as not just a fishing town, but also the site of mystery and legend.
Yeah, you want to be interesting, but you're not. Just make a theme park and let people, come and pick apples or whatever the hell goes on over there.
By the late 19th and early 20th century, reports of the serpent declined, sadly. Some people think that with the increased use of diesel-powered engines and the declining use of actual sailing ships, the noise from modern ships may be the reason for the declining sightings, because the creatures may have been scared off.
Ooh.
Thoughts on this?
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I mean, think about how much you hate, just like loud cars that drive by. Imagine if
I didn't even think about that.
Imagine if you're in your home and you're like, you hear, bah, 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 bah. You're like, all right, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm moving.
Right. So do you think it's more probable that these creatures have fled the area because of diesel engines, or more probable that maybe they just don't exist?
Oh, I think probably those darn stinking New Englanders are just lying through their wooden teeth up there and
Once
their
again,
wigs.
send hate mail to Peter at cryptidsandcomedians.com.
Those dirty Boston Red Sox fans.
I don't.
Had got nothing to do other than drink the dirty hot dog water in between, before March and at the end of September, between that time.
At Peter_Murphy on Instagram. As marine biology advanced, many believe that early sightings were misidentifications. Still, the Gloucester sea serpent remains one of the best documented sea serpent cases in history, just because of the sheer number of witnesses involved in these scientific observances.
Gloucester.
So let's talk about literature. The Gloucester sea serpent appears in collections of New England folklore and maritime history. It's often cited in cryptozoological studies, such as those by Lauren Coleman, who lists it as one of the most significant American cryptids. Of the cryptids we have talked about in America, yeah, they've all been American at this point. No, -1.
The Chinese
hopping.
Yeah.
What of the cryptids we have talked about so far? What do you think is the most significant American cryptid?
Ooh, I think you may have said it was this one, right? But also significance was the Sasquatch or skunk ape.
Okay, the skunk ape. We haven't done Sasquatch yet, but skunk ape. I'll take it.
Yeah, skunk ape. I think skunk ape was significant because it's the most likely to exist coming out of the swamps of Florida. We still don't know what's going on in that murky Gulf of Mexico.
So the creature has been featured in anthologies of sea monster legends, linking it to global traditions of ocean mysteries. In Gloucester and Cape Ann, the serpent has been depicted in paintings and wood cuttings and wood art since the 19th century.
Oh my gosh, that looks like a... well, you've never seen any of the Harry Potter movies, but that looks like something that would come out of the Slytherin house from Harry Potter.
No,
you don't know what I'm talking about, but those at home that have been educated, or are smart and have taken in the Harry Potter books, will say that.
All right.
And also now I just got Slytherin, like a snake.
Did you just get that?
I
didn't know,
register.
and I knew what that meant.
Yeah, and you know what? Yeah, maybe J.K. Rowling gets too much credit for being clever. It's just right there in front of us. Anyhow.
Really? Do you think she gets?
I don't know what she gets. She doesn't need to get any more attention, I'll tell you that much.
Well, artists often portrayed them as long, dragon-like beasts with serpentine bodies rising above stormy seas. And even today, the serpent occasionally appears in local festivals, tourism promotions, highlighting Gloucester's maritime lore. So in television and documentary series, the Gloucester sea serpent has appeared in television specials on cryptozoology and unexplained mysteries, including shows about sea monsters and New England legends. And it's often mentioned alongside the Loch Ness Monster and Champ, the Lake Champlain cryptid, which we will talk about in a later episode as part of the global fascination with aquatic monsters.
Ooh.
The Gloucester sea serpent's enduring legacy today remains a symbol of maritime mystery. Unlike the Loch Ness Monster, it hasn't developed a tourist industry, but within New England, it holds a cultural weight as part of the region's rich lore. Are you surprised by that it hasn't created an industry?
Yeah, how is it not? I mean, this a lie so great. How do you not have a roller coaster dedicated to such an animal? Yeah, that's kind of fascinating. And also, like, America, there's how many seasons of the British Office, but then 9 seasons and a spinoff of the regular Office, and they tried to make other spinoffs, but yeah, it's like very un-American to not, do more with this.
Yeah.
So that's kind of shocking. Isn't that surprising to you?
It is a little surprising to me that, but at the same time, it makes me feel good in my heart knowing that this town in New England, which I love, New England,
Which
I
aggressively dislike.
I love the fact that they went, hey, there's a thing that we're known for.
Mm-hmm.
We're not gonna capitalize it. We're not gonna turn it into this capitalized money making machine. We're a good New England town with a history of fishing and a movie starring a guy that went to my high school.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Perfect Storm.
That's where we got really off track.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
But no, that makes me feel good that they don't do that.
Good for them. Good for them. You know what? That just means stay out and keep out.
Are you going to take back everything you've said now?
No, not at all. There's still ugly fish people that
What the hell?
that have no right to even be in and around America.
Okay. Once again, Peter at cryptidsandcomedians.com for all hate mail. Please send it there.
Mm-hmm.
And Peter _Murphy on Instagram.
Right.
For cryptozoologists, it represents one of the most compelling cases of mass sightings of aquatic cryptid in American history. And in closing, the Gloucester sea serpent stands as a reminder of how humans have always looked to the oceans with awe and fear and imagination, whether it was misidentified pods of animals, an oarfish, or something truly undiscovered. The accounts from 1817 remain among the most credible and well-documented cryptid sightings in American history. More than just a legend, more than just a friend.
More than just a feeling, more than a feeling.
The Gloucester sea serpent reflects the blend of folklore, science, and seafaring tradition that continues to shape New England's cultural history. And Peter, with that is the end of our episode on the Gloucester sea serpent. What are your thoughts?
Freaking Gloucester. I mean, there's no way this exists. Someone saw a snake and they were like, oh, yo, guess what I saw? And it's like, oh, no, you were drunk again, Tim.
Dad?
Dad. Oh, yeah. It's like most of these stories that come from like sea towns or like, fishing towns, there's always that, it's not some coincidence that there's always like a fishing story. It's like, oh, yeah. Oh, it was 20 feet. It was this 28-foot marlin and I had it, but then, and I hooked it and then, I brought it on the boat, but then it just weaseled away and we started to sink. So we had to let it go. And it's like, get out of here, right, Dad.
All right. So you are convinced that this does not exist. What are you on the scale of 1 to 10 in believability? What do you give it?
Believability? Believability, probably a 2, because it's coming from those dirty, filthy New Englanders.
Peter at cryptidscomedians.com. No, actually, don't send it there. Send it to Peter at petermurphycomedian.com or whatever your website is. I don't need that mail clogging up my server.
Clog the mail.
Where can people find you and send hate mail?
Yeah, it's Peter Murphy, PeterMurphyTheComedian.com and YouTube.com/Peter Murphy YouTube. And then my Instagram is Peter_Murphy. Check out what's happening over there.
Do you have any fun announcements about shows or any maybe possibly specials?
Specials dropping soon. Go to those socials to check it out. I think you're really going to enjoy it. It's really fun and very funny. And then I'm going to be in and around the East Coast from Florida to South Carolina in November. And then, planning something fun for February through March.
Awesome. I am at Thom Tran, THOMTRAN. The show is at cryptidsandcomedians.com. Follow me on YouTube. I've got my show Comedy on 11 where I talk about comedy music and the gear that I use to make it. It's the first time I've mentioned that on this show, and we're like 13 episodes.
Oh, well, yeah, it's just for the diehards.
Like the show, subscribe, follow, tell a friend. If you're listening on the podcast feed, 5-star comment, leave us a comment. Tell us what cryptids we should talk about. Is there a cryptid that doesn't have to be in New England? We're only doing this because it's Thanksgiving time. But if there's a cryptid that we should discuss, let us know in the comments below. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.